I've heard clips about this with what was it? Kobe and the way he practiced, like why he got up early and practice and how many practices and it was all numbers. So it intrigues me that your dad made you hit 1,000 balls.
Right.
You know what I mean? 1,000 every day, 1,000. What do you, obviously, do you directly correlate that with how good you were at the game and what it did for you? Obviously there was a natural component.
Sure.
But then what did that do for you? What is your concept of that looking back at it now and everything we do now?
Okay, so to put it in perspective, right? Let's say you go and you practice your cricket on a Tuesday and a Thursday is normal cricket practice days for school anyway. A Monday and Wednesday, Tuesdays and Thursdays is typically how it always falls. You go to that practice, you'll be lucky to hit 50 balls in that practice session. Okay? So now, if you're just playing a sheer numbers game, I'm 100x you every day. And you're only doing that twice a week. So you hit 100 balls from Monday to Friday. I hit 5,000. Mm-hmm. We're not even playing the same game. And that's all my dad was doing to me. And there was no method to 1,000 because he had done some math. He's just like, what's going to fucking suck and make it build that mental resilience in you? Mm-hmm. Because he knew where I was headed. He knew that I was going to step onto a field and there was going to be some really hard shit coming my way. And he's like, well, let's just condition you for chaos and misery and pain. And that, I guess that's where he just thumb sucked 1,000 and was like, that's going to fucking be horrible. So that's what you're going to do. But then you fast forward to Saturday and the level of confidence that you can step over that line with is 100-fold to everyone else, because I know I've done 500 times more work than everyone else. So if you play the probability game at that point, the probability of me having more moments of brilliance than you, significantly higher, because I've done 5,000 sets and reps.
So in your career, what would you say that how many in practice?
Well, you got 52 weeks a year, 5,000 balls a week. What's that, 250,000 balls? Is my math correct? 250,000 balls a year?
It's pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, 9 times about 10, 2.5 million-ish.
And
hit 100 on a Saturday if you're lucky.
And then do the math. What's the percentage of actual game balls?
It's less than 1%.
So less than 1% of actually on the field pulling the trigger.
Right.
And 99 point something in just practice.
Right.
Can I ask this? Did your dad play cricket?
Yes. My dad played for... so there's a province in South Africa called Border, and my dad played for Border when he was younger. And then he got pulled into the military.
Okay.
Turned out he was...
pulled into the military?
Yeah, so back then you had to join the military when you turned 18.
Oh, yeah.
Part of a drafting thing.
Same in Greece. Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, so he got pulled into the military, and then he decided that he actually really liked shooting guns. Well, he was a farmer, so he did a lot of shooting anyway, but he turned out to be one of the best snipers in the country and the whole thing. So he went down that route, and then when he finished in the military...
Same thing. Reps.
Yeah. Oh, fuck tons. The dude was shooting guns all day, every day. But then he went into farming because that was just his background. Mm-hmm. And then technology and whole thing.
He was good at cricket?
Yes.
Okay.
I without sounding like a dick, I was better. I was more talented. But he just, my dad's like a workhorse. My dad will outwork most people. There'll be people that are more talented than him and he will smoke him every day of the week just because he will outwork you. And that's, I think, all he was doing for me as well, was like, hey, man, I've seen guys like you who are talented, and I fucking crushed them.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, let's just give you the upper hand where you're both talented and you work like a workhorse.
Yeah.
And then who can
How is that?
Stop you
How is that
you?
mentality? Have you carried that thought process into the stage of life as well?
Every day, literally every day. I'm like, it's at the point now where. Everything I think about, I do my after action reports every day where I'll look in the mirror for it's literally 30 seconds, maybe a minute. It's like, what did I do well? What could I do better tomorrow? And what did I fucking suck at today? Where's the biggest room for improvement? And I just run that play every single day.
Yeah, people don't realize the amount of, if you look at that, you look at any professional sports, you look at snipers, you look at law enforcement, you look at shooters, you look at anything. You cannot cheat the sets and reps.
No.
in
You
practice.
can lie.
You can lie.
Sure. There was weeks where I said, yeah, Dad, I hit 1,000, probably hit like 600 and I was fucking done. It shows up.
It shows up. It shows up in other areas.
Always.
Right. So if I look at it, if I take that same concept and I apply it to business, I apply it to my relationship with my wife, I apply it to being a parent.
Yep.
Right. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You want to have a better relationship with your wife, but you haven't put the reps in with the communication and the date nights and all the different thing. You're not putting the time and practice in.
Or when you're on date night and you're pulling this shit. Oh, yeah, 1 second, honey. And you're fucking scrolling your phone. Hold up. Like, how is that you turning up for your wife? Like, you're just not happening. So phone away.
So that has that ingrained a foundation of, I guess, consistency over in every aspect of your life.
Yeah, so all I do is I do exactly what I did in cricket, where I just reverse engineer what like the best outcome for me will look like, and I break it down into daily things, and then I just don't miss, and I do those daily things every day.
Regardless.
Hit macros, 20,000 steps, fucking train, whatever. Just build it into a plan, and then you just don't miss. Put it in your calendar, and your calendar will remind you, hey, it's 8 a.m. You need to do 2,000 steps real quick. Cool.